Randall, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great, my man. How you doing? How you feeling on the eve of the season?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm excited. It's going to be a big year. We're all excited moving forward for this week.
I'll tell you, in Green Bay, the fandom is unlike anywhere else. It's a small town. Everybody knows one another. There is a passion, a love for the Packers. But sometimes that can be tough because those expectations are heavy. They weigh. There's history there. Is it a refreshing thing to know that everybody is all on you guys all the time, or can it be suffocating at times?
No, it's definitely refreshing. Our fan base is amazing. They show so much love. They back us through thick and thin. But, yes, the expectation is always high, and I think that's just the rich tradition of football that we have here in Green Bay. Dating back to, 1921 when this organization started and what they've been able to accomplish, especially it being a small city. Whenever you think of NFL cities, you don't think of Green Bay, Wisconsin. And I think with the history that they have here, it's the expectation is greatness, and that's what we chase every single season. It's
one of the coolest things ever. It is a small town with a professional franchise, and you feel it every day that you're there. When you got there as a rookie, you had a wonderful rookie season. Did it take you by surprise how different the dynamic and the culture was there in Green Bay between the fans, the city, and the team?
It definitely did. I played college football at Kentucky, so it's a little bit different there. It's more of a basketball school, and that's kind of what it reminded me of. The tradition that Kentucky basketball has is something similar to Green Bay football. And it did take me by storm whenever I first got here, but I think one of the cool things was being able to go through the Hall of Fame and learn about the history of the Packers when I first pulled up.
Pro Bowler Randall Cobb joining us this morning here on the show. Man, I think a lot of people outside of Green Bay say you guys have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I know people in Green Bay say it's time to win a Super Bowl. Is that pressure for you guys?
We don't take it as pressure. We definitely think that we have that opportunity. We think we have the roster for it. We think we have the guys in the locker room that can get it done. It's just about putting it together on the field. We had a great offseason. We had a great preseason, and we're looking forward to opening up this weekend against Chicago and getting the season rolling.
Now that you have some time and space away from last season, obviously you guys were rolling early in the year, then your quarterback Aaron Rodgers gets injured. I know at that moment it's next man up. We got to win football games. But now that you're able to separate yourself a little bit from last year, was that emotionally devastating to lose Rodgers right in the middle of the season when you guys had looked so good early on?
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, whenever you have, one of the top players in the history of the game go down, it's always tough to, continue to push on. But we had a lot of games left. We thought that maybe we could find a way to, make a playoff push and then get him back late in the season. But things didn't quite go that way. And it definitely was frustrating at times. But, we pushed through every week. We were working hard in practice and trying to do everything we could to prepare ourselves and try to go out and win games. But it just didn't turn out the way we wanted it to.
Earlier in training camp, Aaron got frustrated with some of the wide receivers. Seemed like he directed that mostly at the young guys. He wanted to kind of set an expectation there. How did you read that somewhat outburst from Aaron towards the younger wide receivers?
I think it definitely got blown out of proportion. But, I mean, that's what happens with anything he says. It definitely is a headline. But I think it was his way of challenging our rookies. We have some really talented rookie receivers this year, and I think it was his way of challenging them to be more prepared and become more pros than, what they showcased the first couple weeks of preseason.
Is it challenging to play with a guy that demands so much like Aaron Rodgers?
No, because I think as a professional myself, I set the bar really high for myself. I have a high expectation for myself. So having someone like him that has the same expectations for himself and the people around him, I think that's why we mesh so well, because we're always pushing each other to become better, pushing each other to be on the same page and do everything we can find a way to perform at the highest level.
Packers wide receiver Randall Cobb is our guest this morning here on the DA Show on CBS Sports Radio. You have a tremendous cause going on right now. You are teaming up with U.S. Cellular now through September the 10th, encouraging people across the country to nominate their favorite school-affiliated coach. Anybody that's coaching from kindergarten right through senior year high school, they can be nominated at themostvaluablecoach.com. Who was your most valuable coach growing up?
My most valuable coach, I would probably say, is one of my middle school football coaches, Coach Russell. And I think it was for what he did that stuck with me that was more than football. You know, he talked a lot about character and integrity and being a good person. And, you know, he definitely taught me about football, but I think the life values and the life lessons that he taught me off the field was something that stuck with me a lot longer than the X's and O's.
Very cool. And so, once again, our listeners can go to themostvaluablecoach.com. Simple as that, right? Any coach that you loved in your life growing up, you can nominate there. Easy as that, right?
For sure. It's definitely as easy as that. You can go, like you said, themostvaluablecoach.com. The nominations are going through September the 10th. And I think the coolest part is U.S. Cellular is reaching back into the community and honoring these coaches that inspire so many. You know, we're very fortunate to have coaches in our life that can make a difference. And I think it's time that we give some of those coaches the appreciation they deserve.
I think it's a great cause. U.S. Cellular and Randall Cobb teaming up. Check it out, themostvaluablecoach.com. Find the coach in your life growing up or one that is coaching, obviously, now. Nominate your favorite current school-affiliated coach at themostvaluablecoach.com. Randall, good luck this season. Bring home a ring to Titletown, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again, buddy. Thank you so much.